Now we are looking at a recording from user Double Barrel Daryl, who has shared this short clip on Reddit since he and his sister were a little bit freaked out when they saw something a bit odd one night. To be honest, it scared them even, and they hoped that people on the internet could help them figuring out what transpired that night. Daryl tells us that he was driving around with his sister that night. It was pretty late already, and they were technically on the way back home. On the way there, they were driving by one particular old house. They saw a transparent and flickering object on the roof, and it looked like it had legs which were dangling off the edge. They drove by a second time to film it. This is what they could capture. The recording is not the best, and while we see a blurry shape up there, it's basically impossible to say what exactly it's supposed to be. The comments range from it simply being a bat to a real person, or as the two suspected, even an apparition. Can you agree with that? Another user said that it probably is just some old Christmas decoration, but they drove by the next morning to show that this is not the case. So, a paranormal capture or something completely different? This next clip comes to us from the channel Really Haunted. The owner, Lee, has been documenting the strange paranormal events that have been occurring in his house for quite some time now. It is not unusual for Lee to experience poltergeist activity, such as objects moving on their own, orb captures, and unexplained sounds. This video is a bit different, since Lee seems to capture actual footage of the spirit that is wreaking havoc on his home. In the video, we see Lee sleeping on the couch in his living room. According to him, this was just after he had read the prayers of Saint Michael in an attempt to exorcise the spirit, or spirits. However, he believes this really had no effect other than angering it. Let's take a look at the paranormal capture from this night. A large and strange shadow materializes in the center of the room and makes its way slowly towards the couch where Lee is sleeping. It's hard to say if this is related, but as the spirit is approaching the couch, a dark orb lands near Lee's face and actually seems to steer him from his sleep. This may just be a coincidence, but I find it very interesting. The shadow seems to lean over Lee before making its way back. And in class poltergeist form, knocking some objects over before disappearing. What do you guys think about this capture? Are we witnessing a legit haunting here? Now we want to take a look at the post from user Haunted Luca, and the title reads, "Something passes my wife very quickly. Watch for large brown mass moving very fast, left hand side." Alright, they seem to be in a forest.
Did I just get you? You sure?
Yeah.
What? Oh. Is there something on... Oh! I totally missed that. Did you see that? Like there's something... Oh, it's hard to see. Look. Right behind the woman, like there's something... Oh. Like walking right into her. See that like a torso or something? It's very hard to make out though. Once more, I want to make sure I'm not missing anything else.
Did that just get you?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is something there, but is it just dirt? Or what is that, guys? I'm not 100% sure. Some say this could have been a forward spirit even, but I'm actually not 100% sure. Let me hear what you guys think. Is there something else going on? Or was that just dirt? This video was uploaded by Jethrospect to their channel. This is what he wrote about the capture. An amateur historian was exploring a local ruin called Smoky when he came across a new, expensive camera that was simply left in the middle of the ruined building. When he took the camera home and examined the footage, what he saw gave him chills. Captured in the sometimes frantic filming were sights of looming black shapes. These figures, which appeared to be wearing robes and hoods, took up entire doorways and seemed to be bearing the cameraman's way. The historian placed the camera in police custody, but hadn't heard from an owner. Subsequent visits to the ruin have brought no answers, and no trace of the camera's owner. These entities are very large, definitely at least 8 feet tall, and appear to tower over any regular human. There are no distinct features to any of them, which is the norm for shadow figures. It is hard to say, but it looks like they may all be wearing large black robes. Do you think these are all humans involved in some sort of cult or secret society that is using these ruins? And what do you make of the story of the camera? Who knows what was going on that night? The next clip comes to us via Mr. List Paranormal. He's featuring the story of a man who has been experiencing a haunting in his basement. According to him, strange noises and banging could often be heard from the lower floor. The resident decided to set up his camera to try and catch whatever or whoever was making all those sounds. However, what he captured was more terrifying than anyone expected. The first thing we notice in the video is that after the man is seen walking upstairs, something seems to follow after him. The shadow does not look human, but rather some kind of four-legged creature. Many viewers speculate that the inhuman appearance suggests a demonic entity. Could this be? After a while, the closet door is seen opening completely on its own, and what is spotted inside can only be described as bone-chilling. A ghostly face can be made out in the darkness, peeking into the room before slowly fading back into the darkness of the closet. What could this mean? Was it simply a friend in the closet? Or was something paranormal unfolding in here? Or was this all just a skit in your opinion? Here, we want to follow TikTok user RV Godoy on one of his newest paranormal adventures. If you have watched my TikTok videos before, you know that he is haunted by paranormal activity in his own home. As shown in this example, a poltergeist seemed to be up for some mischief in his garage. Today the activity seems to reach a peak and RV gets a really good run for his money. The bathroom seems to inherit some odd sounds that grab RV's attention. I feel this is where a lot of the old activity took place as well. He checks underneath the sink and nothing. Viewers believe that it could actually be a demon. Notice how there is no connection between the hand and the arm. Definitely mind-boggling. Video was submitted by Marie-Louise Montero, and she writes, "Hi everyone, my father works as a cameraman for a TV channel in Aruba. And he had to interview a man who stayed in the cave for 100 days to break a world record. He was really surprised when he captured this because he told me that in his previous visits he experienced paranormal activity in the cave. They're talking about how many people died in the past in this cave. This is really freaky. Guess we have to take a look now." You know, I would appreciate it sometimes if the video is longer, if people would just say, "Hey, it's happening at like 30 seconds or something." Oh, wait a minute. There was something. Look, here in the corner of the rock. Watch right here, guys. Watch here. See, there's like something green. It's something green. Just... what is that? Wow. I could... They must be talking about that, right? Now, this could, as per usual, be anything. Who even knows if that is a creature? I mean, it could also just be somebody like in a green blanket, but it looks like an organic object though. It looks like something is moving, and obviously nobody noticed it when it was captured at the time. But it's really hard for me to say, oh, you know what, that's an animal or that's just an object. It is an interesting capture though. The following video was uploaded by user GoogleMeBee. He pulled his footage from the security camera in his backyard while he was just scrolling through the video feed. He noticed this strange motion event that caught his attention, and he's never seen anything like it before. On any of his security cameras, he has no reasonable explanation for what he's captured here. On the right side of the screen, in the backyard, a strange orb-like shape is seen, floating towards the dark corner of the yard. The white orb seems to change shapes, shifting into what almost looks like a person walking, and then suddenly disappears. Even more interesting, it seems that somehow the spirit actually activates the motion lights in the user's backyard before disappearing. There's definitely something eerie about this footage. What could this possibly be? The next video we are looking at was shared by Rick, and it was recorded in the home of a man who was living there with his wife. His security system is mounted at the entrance door to monitor the entrance area. He was receiving a parcel today, and the motion sensor triggered this recording. We can see his wife sitting in the back on the couch. What's really unsettling though is that somebody else seemed to be sitting right next to her. Some people say that they can see a really creepy woman. But how is that possible?
both of them were really scared after seeing that. I mean, who wouldn't be?
Now let's take a look at a clip from Dark Ghost Paranormal. In this video, Dennis is once again exploring a very old abandoned home. This is the second time Dennis visits this particular location. Apparently, there had been reports of haunted activity surrounding the house, including strange sounds coming from the inside, as well as reports of people being seen inside the house, although there should not have been anyone there. This house has also been inflicted with a terrible fire many years ago. Strangely enough, it is said that the fires were self-ignited, with absolutely no signs of arson. For this investigation, Dennis focuses mainly on the first floor, where the fire broke out. He leaves camera 1 in a stationary location, a hallway, said to contain a lot of negative energy, and uses camera 2 to investigate around the house. Let's see what he manages to capture. Dennis captures something really intriguing from camera 1 as he's walking through the hallway. He's walking away from the camera, filming, as an incredibly dark shadow is seen flying past him down the hallway. The shadow really couldn't belong to Dennis or any of the objects in the room. And you can even see the way the shadow seems to go right through him. Could this be the same shadow creature that Dennis caught last time he visited the home? Who can say for sure? But as always, a really creepy visit. Another video by user Chaos Magic that the user has shared on Reddit. I feel it has been around for quite some time, yet I have never shared it before. It features two parents that are setting up their baby monitor for their newborn. And while the dad is playing around with the camera pan feature, the mother is staying with the baby in one of the rooms upstairs. However, after moving the camera a bit, there appears to be somebody with them on the upper floor that shouldn't be there. Let's take a look.
And can you move these things like left and right as well? Oh, you can. Oh, one sec. Let me check if I can get your face. Say hello, Lee. What the? Lisa! Who's behind you? Hey? Swear to God, there's no one. Is there actually anyone behind you? Seriously? I swear to God, I won't stop this.
An odd-looking face is peeking into the bedroom and disappearing within 2 frames of the camera capturing it. So we have to ask the question here, what has been recorded on video? Could it be anything paranormal? Of course, this is possible. Unfortunately, we don't know anything about the backstory of this place or the family. It could also just be somebody in a mask or a smart edit. But it's pretty curious, isn't it?